Hey everybody, Chris here, coming to show you some more thrift store finds. Still winter, still crappy, still can't get out to any yard sales yet. Usually that's about mid-March that'll happen. But yeah, we're just gonna get into it. Over here, I have a stack of empty game cases that I got from Goodwill Outlet. Paid about $7. Came with a few PlayStation cords. Get some good ones in there like Mario Kart 7s, a couple of those. Some of the Lego games sell decently. I buy up empty game cases because in the summer when I buy 3DS and DS games, usually just is the bag of them. They don't usually come with the cases, so also tossed out all the like Busy Scissors and Imagine Fashion Designer art and manuals and got all these empty ones. Probably will add a value of about $50 to games I pick up. I will end up just probably selling a bunch of empty cases at a certain point because I do have a lot already, but still a decent find. Scrabble Deluxe, I think I paid $3.99 at Savers. That it actually is missing the tile racks, but I think I can toss in some regular wooden ones, and it should be about 40-50 bucks on that. They don't make that one anymore. It like opens up, you can spin the whole board. Above that we got Solar Quest. I think that was $2 at Goodwill, minus my 5% I think now. That I haven't gotten in a while. I think it's only down to like $25-30 game. But it's all there, plus I think it even had extra bits. And yeah, that was an okay find. Then we got Castle Risk over there. What was weird was I had two of these at FBA, and they sat for like a few months, and then they both sold within an hour of each other. I think I only made like $29. And I was like, okay, great, they sold because they've been sitting a while. Usually when I get a copy, it sells within a month, but yeah. Anyway, I got this. It looks like the price is back up around 50. We'll see how long that lasts. Above that, we got the Lost World Jurassic Park game. That came complete. Actually had a parts copy. I was hoping to get rid of some of it, but this one came complete. That'll go for about, I think it's still around $40-45. Back there, we got Brain Addicts. I already had a copy of the same one. It's been sitting a while. And then I found another copy Tuesday, the orange box. I was like, okay, great. Let me just double check the price on it. And the price had gone down to like under $10. This one still seems to be about like 20 to 30. I think Brain Addicts is the bottom's just dropped out of it. I don't think people are buying it. If you find Brain Addicts, make sure you look it up first because I don't think any of them are going for a lot of money at this point. Next to that, we got a VCR, Sony. It's already sold for $80. I think I paid $9.99. I think I might have used 20% off. I'm not sure, but yeah, it sold for $80 plus I think like 20 something shipping. It's probably gonna cost me 30 something in shipping. I think overall I probably made like $40 maybe. Shipping, if you haven't seen, has gone up an annoying amount this year, especially for first class packages because now it's by weight and distance. I haven't completely wrapped my head around it, so I'm afraid like on really cheap things I'm gonna start losing money, so I have to figure out a new way to get rid of some of the cheaper games. That actually I'll probably just ship that UPS. Who knows? We'll find out once Amazon tells me which one to pick. But yeah, on top of that we got a Gabumon action figure from Digimon. He talks. He had a little bit of battery damage, but he's good to go. He looks like he goes for about $20-25. Next to that, we got a Polaroid Sun 600. That was $9.99. A little bit more than I'd like to pay for a Polaroid, especially because a lot of the time they end up broken. I picked up another one from Goodwill Outlet that was broken, but thankfully, even for parts, they sell for about 15 bucks each. There's a company that just buys them up like crazy. I've sold, I don't know, maybe like oh no, I've almost 50 to the same company at this point. Yeah, I figured even if it was broken, I guess 9.99 wasn't the worst price, but it works well. It goes for about 30, 35 right now. Next, that's a cool cam. It's a little beat up. It's got a few chips on it, but it does work well. It's always cool to find the red one, but the pink one and the neon one are the ones you really want to get. This one's about a $40, $50 camera. The pink one, last time I had one, I think it was 80 or 90. I think it still might be there. And the neon one I sold for like 180 when I had it last. It had the bag with it. I don't think it's that much without the bag, but yeah. If you find the cool cams, definitely pick them up. Back to some board games. We got Scrabble Vintage Game Collection version up there. I think I paid $3 at Savers. Probably $2.99 Savers. It's one of the cheaper vintage game collection games. I think it's about 30. Under that, I got a game I've never heard of called Saphiro, or Sapphiro. It looks like it goes for about 30, 35. Next to that, we got Taboo. That is sealed. I only pick up Taboo sealed. It goes for about 30, 40 bucks usually. This version, at least. Next to that, we got a Charles. I can never pronounce his name. Waisaki's Americana puzzle. These are the only puzzles I ever make, but I'm gonna sell this one. Usually when I pick up one of his puzzles that are out of print, they go for about 35 to 50 bucks. So that's in there. We got a second edition Betrayal at House on the Hill. Very surprised that was complete. I did drop a few pieces in the store, but managed to recover them all. Only goes for about, I think, 25, 30, maybe 35. I can't quite remember, but I only paid $2.99. And that's sitting on top of Pirates of the Caribbean 3-in-1 game. That's Pirates Dice, which you can also see on top of it, which I got at Savers for $3.99. That'll sell for about $50. But the 3-in-1 one also came with chess and checkers. I think it only goes for about 60 or 70 though, which is funny because like Pirates Dice is about 50 on its own. I don't even think it, I think I might have listed it for 60, the bottom one. But I also had found standalone chess and checkers, but that was only like $15. I don't even think it was worth it for the shipping, so I left it. It was just funny. I found the big box at the beginning of the day, and then I found Pirates Dice and the checkerboard one at the end of the day. Yeah, that was cool to find. Then we have an Apple keyboard. I paid $7.99 Savers. It was a little high. It's only going to sell for about 25 bucks. If Amazon hadn't blocked Apple earlier this year, it would have been more. But most third-party sellers can't sell Apple products now. So it sucks, but what you gonna do? And then we got 4 music players. We got 2 of the radio armbands. Those are still about like 20 bucks. The sports CD players floating around like 40, 50. And this is the most common one. But I think it's the one that sells the most. I think it's the EJ011. It goes for about 40 typically. So that's the best player to find. It sells pretty fast. I think it comes up first when you type in like Sony CD player. So yeah, that was cool. And then I got some Digimon cards at Savers, $2.99 each, 2 bags. You typically don't buy bags of cards, but Digimon does well because it was less popular than Pokemon. And baseball obviously is baseball cards as far as the eye can see at most thrift stores. But yeah, I've done well in the past. I haven't looked through the cards, but I bet I can make at least $20 on the 2 stacks, if not 50. We'll find out. Then I got a little batch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures. Some of them have weapons. Some of them, I didn't know they released a Raph with a shotgun. That seems kind of insane. I don't know if that was supposed to be his, but I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, none of them are complete. These usually have like weapons and stuff. Some of them still have managed to hold on to theirs, but for the most part they have these belt things. But yeah, that was Goodwill Outlet. I don't think I paid more than $5 that day. I got the sterling silver bracelet while I was there. The definitely paid for most of it. I think I paid like $4. I might have also gotten like the link cable right there, that one in the front. I think I got that the same day, and this Microsoft Xbox 360 wireless microphone. I think that was I think that might have been it. I think it was the Ninja Turtles, the microphone, the link cable, and the silver bracelet. But yeah, so there's that. And we got another link cable. I think I paid $2 at Savers for that. You know, usually about 10 to 15 bucks on link cables. Then up there we got a PS3 that's been in like pending hell for 5 days now. It's sold at 80 plus like 30 or 40 shipping, or 85 plus that. But it's been pending for forever. So we'll see if it actually has sold. But inside of that, I don't know if I put it away or not, but it was a copy of The Last of Us. That only goes for about $3 or $4, but it's always cool to find games inside of systems. Yeah, then we got some calculators. We got a TI-83 Plus. We got a Casio FX blah 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 blah. Casio sold for 30 already. Then we got a TI-30XS Multiview. That usually sells for about 10 to 15 bucks. And next to that we got a little pocket poker. That'll sell for probably about 20 to 30. Then we'll come over here. We got a couple DS's. We got a DSi. This one's a little rough. I don't have a charger for it, and the battery's dead. I mean, I do have a charger for it, so I guess I can charge it up, but I usually don't sell them without a charger. Every charger I've seen at Savers has been like $4.99. I really don't want to pay more than $3 for one. But yeah, I paid $12.99 for the DSi, and I paid $14.99 for the DS Lite right there. It's the red one. This one usually goes for about 40, 45. DSIs have come down a good amount. I think they're like 30, 35 at most now. I think because people realize like they'd rather have the Game Boy Advance slot than like the camera. And I think it has a slightly bigger screens. I'm not even sure. But yeah, DSi is not too sought after at this point. Like a little pile of games. This was inside the DSi, so that also made it kind of worth it. Namco Museum DS. I think this goes for about $4 or $5, maybe even more. This was the only game I actually found with those cases. It was in the same bin as just Dora the Explorer Super Spies. This is worth like nothing. I'll probably have to lot it together with a bunch of other Game Boy Advance games. And this I found a Goodwill outlet. Oh yeah, this I also found with the Ninja Turtle figures. So we got Star Wars for Game Boy. I don't think this is worth too much. I think this is also like a $4 or $5 game. And Sonic Classic Collection. I bought this when I bought the DS. The DS is. That was $3.99. It goes for about like 15, I think, right now. And then this was cool. Kid got to the kid. He was probably like a year younger than me. Got to the counter before I did at One Savers. He bought. He looked through the games. I think he knew. I kind of mentioned like, yeah, I would like to look through the games once you're done. Obviously, take whatever you want. But he managed to. He left these. So he left A Link Between Worlds and Mario Kart DS. So it was great that he left like 2 of the better games. But I think both of these right now are about $12 games. And I wonder. I don't think I actually got a Mario Kart DS case. No, it's Mario Kart 7. That would have been cool. I was really pumped to have finished this one, but my 3DS, the A button broke, so I have to wait until I get a new 3DS before I can finish that up. And now we'll just move on to the games. I'm pretty sure that's it. So I just divided it between what games I've tested and what games I haven't. So just a copy of Wii Sports. I think that was $2.99 at Savers. Found a great group of games at another Savers that I sometimes will skip because I know somebody that works there told me, he's like, oh yeah, I buy up all the great games. But I guess these had just come onto the floor maybe like 20 or 30 minutes before I got there. So I managed to snag them all up. Got Spyro Year of the Dragon. I'm not sure the value of Spyro games right now because of the recent Reignited trilogy. Hoping it's still 15, 20 bucks. We got Bubsy. I think this was $5.99, which is a little high, but it's in the box. I think this will go for about 20. Need for Speed Most Wanted. I think this was $3.99. This goes for about 10 or 12. I think that was a different Savers. Republic Commando. This one was a little bit scratched up. I probably shouldn't have got it, but I think that was $3.99. I think that's only like $12 game now. We got Aladdin. This was also $5.99, but it comes in the case. It's still missing the manual. I might have a manual, but I think last time I had it in the case, it sold for about 20, so still worth it. Got a copy of Skate 3 somewhere. I forget where. $2.99 Savers. That's where. Haven't tested that, but I think that goes for about 12. And then another copy of Skate 3. This was $3.99 at Salvation Army, and that I think it only goes for about 10. So I paid more for a game that goes for less, but still worth it. And then we got this stack. You know, I wasn't sure about this one at first, Sega Rally 2, but it was sealed. It's a PC game. It's made by Sega. I wasn't sure about it, but it just sold for $35. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up there to ship that when I'm done. And then a few other sealed games. This is at a Savers that I go to about every week. I was pretty happy to find these. Risk sealed. Usually an open copy goes between like 15 and 30. I'm hoping for like 50 on this, but I know it has come down a bit recently, so we'll see. Sealed copy of Stratego. I think this will only go for about 12 or 15. I think an open one usually goes for about like 7 or 8. Heart of Darkness, not sealed. I think this was a different Savers too. Finding this on PlayStation I think is usually better, but this is PC. I think this goes for about 15, 20, but it might be a little less. This was another Goodwill Outlet find. I'm not sure when. I think it might have been a really short trip. But Left 4 Dead 2 works well. A little scratched up, but yeah, works fine. So that I paid like nothing for that. That'll go for about 12. Here's a copy of The Last of Us I mentioned. Grand Theft Auto 5. I think I grabbed this at Salvation Army as well. Or maybe Goodwill. It doesn't matter. But oh, that's a Savers sticker definitely. So that was Savers. Probably not more than $5. And this still goes for a 12 on PS3. This was Goodwill Outlet find. That was too. So was that. This one actually I think goes for a few bucks, so that was an okay. So those are all Goodwill Outlet finds. I must have also got what game? I already forget. Oh, Left 4 Dead. I must have also got Left 4 Dead then. This was the find at Savers, Lego Batman 3. I actually already have it digitally. I couldn't remember if I did or not, but it was $3.99. I think it still goes for about 10 or 12, so it was an okay find. Back to like the big group of like decent games that I mentioned from before. Xenosaga 2. I think this was $9.99, but I did use a 20% coupon for all of these. It was the only reason I got them was because I had the 20% coupon. So this was $9.99 minus 20. I think it goes for just under $20 right now. But yeah, then we got Shin Megami Tensei, Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. I think one was $7.99, the other one's $9.99. Not great prices for either, even with the 20% coupon. I think 2 is like an $18 game and 1 is like a $15 game. So like I'm probably only gonna make like $2 or $3 on those, if that. Lego Lord of the Rings was also there. This I thought I'd played and beat, but I did it on Vita. So that means I'm keeping this one, getting the trophies, and Yeah, this is like the fourth or fifth Lego game in a stack that I just need to get done. Oh, great, somebody's vacuuming. Let's hope that doesn't pick up too bad. This I should have put back. I don't know why I kept it in my hand. Arc the Lad. I think it was only $3.99, thankfully. Twilight of the Spirits. It's the second, well, not the second one. It's the fifth one, I think, that is worth an okay amount. This one is like nothing. It's like a $3 or $4 game, so I don't even think I'm gonna break even with that. Got the new Super Mario Bros. Wii. This was $9.99. This will go for about $18, $20. And then this was like the best find, but it was also the most expensive to buy. So we got Xenosaga Episode 3. That was $49.99 minus the 20%. Goes for about 80 to $100 though. It's complete. It's in good shape. The disc isn't even scratched. Yeah, super happy to have found this. Wish it was priced around the same as the other games. I would have gladly paid $9.99, but I had to think about it for a while. I think overall I'll probably make like $20 on it. I never did play this one. I played Xenosaga 1. I don't even think I beat that though, so I don't know. I probably won't hold on to it. I don't really play PS2 anymore, so still great find. If they released a trilogy for PS4, I would definitely buy it. But yeah, anyway, last game. I don't know why I should have left that for last, but we got Brave for 360. I think that was $3 or $4 at Savers, and that'll go for like 12, I think, right now. Maybe 15. But yeah, that is it. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Probably another video. I'm gonna say 2 weeks, hopefully. We'll find out. And I'm really, really close to breaking down and buying Resident Evil 2 or Kingdom Hearts 3. So maybe there'll be a unboxing of that soon. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully see everyone later. Bye.